Hey crew, it's Pitt, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today we're checking out a brand new hot drop that might get me banned. This is Trouble Latinos and Jimmy Levy, Black Epstein. Let's dig in and see what's up. Shout out to Runar. Brought him glasses. Jimmy bringing that money, bro.
Back for me, you better get your hands off our children.
Yeah.
Coming for your neck like a million. God is gonna get all you feeling. Your time is finished, yeah. Back for me. Am I slipping and falling? I gotta catch myself. Tell me, Lord, is it real or am I dreaming? Cause lately I feel like I'm fighting demons. The streets getting colder, the kids getting older.
You ain't lying. We're getting far from sympathy and empathy out here. We are getting way far away from understanding that human life is sacred. Right? Everybody's up big mad about these kids getting taken for these nefarious practices, right? And that is right. That is good. We should all be upset about that. But some of the same people who are upset about these children getting hurt here are perfectly fine with children getting unalived prior to coming out, right? It's okay. It's perfectly fine to take all these children out that way. That's fine. They're not really kids. I don't care if they got a heartbeat. They're not alive. Doesn't matter that they have a brain. They're not thinking. Okay? Doesn't matter that they got everything they need. Doesn't matter. As long as they're inside of someone else, it is perfectly okay to hurt them. It's perfectly okay to take them apart and do terrible things to them. And that's not to take away from this issue, right? But the streets are getting colder. It is a whole different world than the one I grew up in, right? Like, I grew up in the 90s. The 80s, I was a kid. In the 90s, I was a young man, and it was different. Like, we had some cold people out there, right? But it wasn't where we're at today. It wasn't.
Feel like I walk around with an angel on my shoulder. I can't go out like Pop, I won't go out like Biggie. So what makes you think that I'm gonna go out like Diddy? Bad for me.
I'm a big one for the rule of law and for letting the process run its course, right? So I want him to be arrested and tried publicly and let whatever cars may fall publicly. I don't want no independent actions to happen whatsoever. Right? But I want people to be held accountable after they have been proven guilty. Right? Accusations are easy. I can say anything about anyone whether or not I have met them. It is really easy to make an accusation. It is a lot harder to prove one. And without the proof, we have a problem. I'm not saying that there's not plenty of evidence. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the court of law needs to take its due course. It needs to happen. We don't need no individual actions. And like, that's something that I'm going to be harping on a lot. So if that makes you uncomfortable, this is not going to be the channel for you. Right? I did that with the Lane Hardy song, and I got all kinds of people popping up over there, big mad because I said let the law do the law things. I'm telling you the same thing in this situation. If you catch somebody in the act and rage takes over and it happens, it's whatever. They were guilty, right? You're going to pay the price for that. That's whatever. You chose that. But in cold blood, with no immediate circumstance happening, let the law take its course.
Hands off
And if it don't, then we can do it. Then we can do things.
Better get your hands off our children. Better get your hands off our children.
Like, that could be something completely different. I hope that it's for whatever this is. If he is actually guilty of it, I hope they get him and I hope they prosecute him. But we don't know what that's for. There's all kinds of speculation and rumors. A man could have classified documents in his basement or his bathroom, for all I know.
Better get your hands off. I know the devil's working hard, but God's working harder. I know the list goes on and on. We're gonna get every one of them. It don't matter if you're a celebrity. Your future's still in jeopardy. All these entertainers selling you a dream. It's an illusion, it ain't what it seems. Yeah.
That. Like, all these people being, if you have heard it on the radio or seen it on the television, it has been approved for your consumption.
Targeting our children. They targeting our women. And people like Diddy filming. Black Epstein. Baphomet.
Hey, you walk a really fine line with this type of situation because there are defamation laws. Like, if it's true and it's proven, you might skate out of it. But, like, I'm just saying, like, people are way too comfortable with taking their assumptions and making an effort behind that with no evidence, right? With no due process, with no anything. They just make these assumptions on the internet like that fucking quick. And next thing you know, everybody is convinced that this thing has happened, whether it did or not. Look at Nicholas Sandman. Look at Kyle Rittenhouse. Both of them innocent. Kyle was a hero. And yet, what's the narrative around them still today? Like, people still today think that Kyle shot a black man. None of the 3 people he shot were black. But people are still convinced of that with no evidence. They fly off the handle just because somebody makes an accusation. It's the same energy, right? The same energy. We need to keep due process, rule of law, and the Constitution first and foremost. Protect our children, absolutely. Anybody caught, wood chipper, no problems. Once the law has failed you, individual action is warranted. But until the law has failed you, it is not. Because I can promise you, right, like, with 100% certainty whatsoever, if one of those situations popped off and the dude gets out, I will take care of the problem. I will sit smiling and twiddling my thumbs the whole time I'm in them prison issues, right? It's just what it is. But I'm going to let the law take its course first. I am. But if it don't, then we can do. It's not until the law fails that men should take it into their hands. And that's not to say that it won't fail us, because it is failing us continually. They are prosecuting lawyers for being lawyers. They are holding people in prison, solitary confinement without trial for multiple years for being at an event. That is a failure. Like, there are certain aspects that I am completely dumbfounded that we are not planting freedom seeds already. I am completely dumbfounded by that. Like, I do not understand how some of these things have happened and we are not. When they denied access to verify ballots, that is freedom seed worthy. 100%. Every single vote there should have been discounted. Every single vote in the district. However many districts it is, however many votes it is. If you deny counting one vote being witnessed, then the whole district's gone. Or
God is gonna get all you feel. Your time is finished, yeah. Baphomet. Better get your hands children. You better get your hands off.
All right. Y'all make sure y'all get back over and show some love to my boys. This is the Trump Latinos and Jimmy Levy. Y'all make sure y'all get back and give them a share. Give them a comment. Throw them a sub. Give them all the love you can. Share their stuff. Because even though there are things that I don't agree with, most of it I do. Right? We should be taking care of our children. We should not be allowing some of the things that we do. There are some serious problems in this country. We have some serious problems, but they're localized. You can find them rather easily. Look at the election results, and everywhere that is dark blue, they have problems. Every single place where it is dark blue, they have problems. New York, LA, San Francisco, Denver, Philadelphia, New Orleans, Baton Rouge. It doesn't matter. Like, Louisiana's a red state. New Orleans is absolute garbage. Solid blue. And that's just a reality. That's not me trying to be dichotomous. That's not me trying to say red versus blue. It's just a real life thing. You can overlay it yourself. Go find the maps. It's there. The problem we have is people not wanting to let the law take its course, not wanting to hold to the Constitution, not willing to accept results. That is a big problem all the way around. Now, we had severe problems in the election that shall not be named, right? Because there were major issues with that. And I don't care that you don't like mail-in voting. Mail-in voting's been a thing, right? But the way it went down was not correct. I don't like mail-in voting. I think that if you can't make it there to vote, then your vote doesn't get counted. If you can't be there on the day, then it's just too bad. I don't care if you're homebound. Oh well. I don't care if you're medically incapable. It doesn't matter. There is no reason to me why you can't go. And if you can't go, then your vote doesn't get counted. And that's just a sad reality, because you should have to show your ID 100% of the time when you go to vote. That should be the only requirement, is that you have to show an actual ID saying that you are an actual citizen in the actual country and that you are actually voting in the right election. Like, I do not understand how it is not a thing anywhere. Here in Louisiana, you have to show your ID to vote. Period. Like, they don't let you vote if you don't have an ID. You can get an ID without getting a driver's license. It's not that hard. It's not racially motivated to say that. If we don't have borders, we don't have a country. If we don't have laws, we don't have a country. If we have problems in our elections, we don't have a country. That's a problem. That's what we need to work on. We need to work on this issue. This has got to do with the wall and the border, in large part. It doesn't mean all of it, but in large part. These kids coming back and forth across the desert, that's a problem. All of these open checkpoints where people would just go through is a problem. I want every human being on the planet to do the best possible. I want everyone to win, and I believe that is possible. But it's not possible if we don't enforce our laws. It's not possible if we don't allow the law to be enforced. That's going to be a major thing going forward, right? Like, that is a big deal. We have a problem with that. That's one of our major problems in this country, is that we want to take the law into our hands. We feel the law failing us. And so we want to take it in our own hands. But some of the cases, it's not failing you. Kyle walked for a reason. I'm going to wrap this up because I'm ranting again, but that's what we do here. This was great. It got me talking. It's bringing light to a very real problem. Right? I'm not trying to take away from what they said at all. I want us to allow the law to take its course without jumping to these conclusions and ruining innocent people. Now, do I believe Diddy is innocent? My personal opinion? No, I don't. The casting couch has long been a thing, and everybody knew about it. And Diddy was one of the people who had a couch. That's the thing. Now, his couch was a little younger than ever should even be considered. I don't think the couch is a good thing, period. I think it's kind of dumb. If you decide that you're going to do it, though, you decided to play by the rules. You decided that was going to be your game, not me. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, I love you. God loves you. You are perfect, whole, and complete, just the way that you are. And this has been Pitt State. Peace.